a lot of times they don't know if their form is good. I don't know. We don't have mirrors. We don't have any way to actually be able to see that on purpose. And so if I'm doing a deadlift and my form looks absolutely perfect and I'm just like ripping it, I'm in my zone, life is good, are you gonna say anything to me when I'm like ripping some heavy deadlifts? Abby says no.
Maybe let them know.
Not you. Maybe if you're someone else.
You know what I would say? I'd walk by and say, those look snazzy. I'm serious. That's what I would say. If someone's doing something really well, I'd walk by and be like, those look pretty nice. Or if it was Joseph, I'd be like, I think we need to go a little heavier, buddy.
Yeah.
I probably would say that.
So you have a way to motivate, you have a way to connect. Because ultimately, if he just looks at me and walks by, I don't know what he's thinking. Is he thinking that looked good? I don't have a mirror. He can't know how I feel, but I can't know what he sees. He's my eyes and ears. It doesn't matter who the person is, how good they are. In these environments, you say something. Even if it's a nice, looks good. It's simple. It's acknowledging that they are there, that you saw them, that you were aware of what was happening. If you just walk by, they're like, this is usually the person that's really good, and they're usually really good at everything. So then you're just never gonna say anything to them. So they have a whole hour where they did everything right. You said nothing to them other than greeted them when they came in, and greeted them when they say goodbye when they left. But if they know that you're watching and paying attention just by that, it goes a long way. Let's do a squat, Ethan's favorite exercise. What are you guys thinking about when you're doing a squat?
Keeping your posture upright.
Posture upright, so torso.
Feet, shoulder width apart roughly.
Feet shoulder width apart, torso upright. Knees over toes.
I was thinking about my knees, what is that, the knee vagus?
Valgus. Looking at the same spot, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Not losing your glutes.
Not losing my glutes. Shoot, dropped them again.
Where'd they go?
Every time.
But not like fully like extended. Yeah.
Not hyperextending. Cool.
My toe pressure.
Toe pressure. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Only
You won't lose your glutes that way.
That's true.
Yeah. Cool, so you just gave me like 7 things. Sweet. Anybody think about their neck position? Anybody think about like bracing through their core, packing their lats? Do anybody think about like the green lights on your feet so you feel full, even pressure on your feet? Anybody think about breathing? When do you exhale? When do you inhale? Think about creating that intra-abdominal pressure? That's a lot, right? So Ethan's doing his squats. How many things do you think Ethan can think about while he's doing his squats? 3. On average, we can think about 3 things. So he's doing his. What are your big 3 you usually think about?
My feet, my brace, my back.
Feet, brace, back. Probably solves 99% of the problems.
And that's the way I say it in my head.
Yeah.
It's no sentences. It's feet, brace, this. This is the feeling every time. It's the last thing. I bend the bar. That's the feeling.
Yeah. So all those other things, he's not thinking about. I have all those that I can say. Because if he's not able to think about them, because he's just focusing on get this weight up, it doesn't matter how elite of an athlete he is, I can just remind him of these cues. And it's not saying that he's not doing it, but I can't tell you how many times he's going through his squat or somebody's going through something. I'm like, yeah, good pressure. Yep. Use that breath. I didn't tell him what to do with the breath. Use that breath. Yep. Yep, torso lean. Torso high, torso high. Yeah, buddy, you got it. Come on, final one. It's motivational.
It's funny too, I do have a bad habit of looking down the whole
Is it a
time.
bad habit? I don't know.
Sometimes, because then when I'm not looking down, or when it gets difficult, I'll drive my head up and
Yeah.
I'll pull something in my neck. I've
Yeah.
done it like 4 times.
But ultimately, like I have a checklist, and we'll get to that when we're going through the 6 movement patterns, of what a move should look like. And it's just a model. We have mental models of things. All models are wrong. Some are just useful. Okay? Keep that phrase in your head. All models are wrong, but some are just useful. But we have a model of a checklist of what that squat should look like. And so ultimately, if we see something happening, that's good. We can make a form correction. We can verbally interject and say something. But if not, we can just go through our checklist. Yep. Drive through those feet, chest up. Use that breath. Exhale. They're short, they're punchy. But now I'm engaged the entire time with somebody who has perfect form, and I can't tell you how many times, James' mom is a good example. She does this to me all the time. She'd be like, perfect form on a squat, goes beast on like a deadlift, like does some pull-ups, all these things. She's like, man, I'm glad you said exhale on the up. I forgot to breathe. I was like, all right, I didn't notice she wasn't breathing. She'd be like, yeah, that was good. I was starting to like roll forward. I forgot to pack my lats. Her form looked perfect. Looked visually to me flawless, right? Because she knows how to lift really well. And then afterwards, she's like, thanks for going through those cues. They're just reminders. He's focused on the 3. I say the one thing that he wasn't thinking about, not as a correction of what he's doing, just as things that are floating out there in the universe, and he gets them. When we're doing a group class, I'll do it all the time. I'll be like, yep, chest up, eyes up. I'm talking to one person, but half the exercises, a squat, a hinge, they probably all have some form of this, and I solved like 10 people's problem all at once. Make sense? Now there's levels, and it depends on the environment. Some athletic environments, your goal is to not have to say anything, to let them self-organize, figuring things out, give some feedback, pop away. Within these environments, block fitness type environments,